Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you to the people who have travelled from New Zealand to be here. And Catherine's come back from Germany to be here. So I feel very blessed that you are all here. So today I will present my understanding of the 5 principles. This is how I presented it for my group for practicum. So it was a very hands-on activity. So I'm going to adapt it as best I can. I'm going to do my best and adapt it to Zoom. So the intention is to demonstrate how you can teach it in a 101 class, but also to go through the process together. So, did you get a chance? There was a printout with the Zoom, with the link. Yep, you got that. Lovely. And I've got a PowerPoint, so we'll use that. What I probably could have mentioned was if your 101 manual is close by, if you grab that, I should have mentioned that. Started. Doesn't matter if it's not, Listen. You've gone out into a beautiful sunshine, I can see. If anyone can't hear me at any time, please let me know. Ooh. Somebody else coming. Welcome. Hitomi.
Hi.
Welcome. You've come a long way from Tokyo.
Yes.
Hitomi, do you have your 101 manual close by?
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to just...
I have, not at the moment, but...
That's all right. I think we have enough people with it, so just when we go in breakout rooms, we may need that. Okay, so if you would like to join me, I'll invite you now to get into pace. So we'll sip some water. If you feel you need more than one sip, like I often do, feel free to have another. And our brain buttons. I always invite people to check their knees when they're getting into pace, just making sure that they're not locked. And I always invite you to look out a window or away from the computer if you can. Hope you can still hear me. And make sure you're breathing and your eyes are blinking. When you're ready, begin to cross crawl. And do as many variations of cross crawl as you feel you need at this moment. And then again with hookups, just make sure you're breathing. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. And it drops when you exhale. Knees are off lock. You're just gazing into the distance for the first part, or eyes closed. Second part is closed, knees off lock, and breathing, nice deep breaths. So throughout the presentation, please feel free to get up and move whenever you feel you need to. Sip water, whatever you feel you need to be comfortable. Okay, so my intention today is to share how I present the 5 principles and the 5-step learning balance in a face-to-face 101 course. My intention is also that we improve or deepen our knowledge, our understanding of the actual 5 principles in general. So, concept plan that you had with the email, I'll just go through this and then I'll bring the PowerPoint in when we need it. So, are we in our best rhythm for learning? That's one of the principles. It's the drawing out principle. Are we in pace? So we got ourselves into pace. I've explained to you our focus. What I'd like you to do now is to notice your understanding of what the principles are. So just give yourself a rating out of 5. I'm just going through that sheet now. So if you know anything about the 5 principles, give yourself a rating out of 5. So never heard of them, remembering that this might be an audience of a 101 class. We've all heard of them, I know. A 3, around a 3 if you've heard of them but have limited knowledge and understanding. And 5, quite familiar and have a good understanding of them. So just give yourself, this is just a little bit of noticing before we start. So I'm going to go into screen share, fingers crossed. And I'm going to go into my desktop. And get rid of that. And I'm going to go into a PowerPoint. Which I had opened before and I closed it, sorry. My PowerPoint icon's just bouncing for a little while it opens. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to slideshow. Lovely. Okay, so it's my heading. All right, so the 5 principles are set out in Paul's book, Brain, Gym and Me. And he refers to them on page 42 and 43. Many of you probably have this book, you don't need to have it now. But that's where I first looked up when I was doing this presentation, finding out a bit more about them, a little bit more in depth. And what I noticed, the main thing that I noticed is that he has listed them one under the other, but they're not numbered. So we'll come back to that thought later. So he gives a little bit, just a little bit of information, just enough to help us understand what they're about. So they are what we teach in the understanding of the 5-step balance in 101, but they also give a structure to present any course we teach. And that's why I've got the 5 principles on this sheet in the columns, just to show that I was mindful of them when I was working out this presentation. The main message that I got from reading Paul's is that our heart is at the centre of these 5 principles. And you lovely ladies who've been in Brain Gym forever would know that that's where Paul comes from, his heart at all times. So, and I love that quote, after all, it's the brain of the heart that gives us empathy and compassion, the 2 forms of emotional connection that serve as the foundation of human interactions. So I just really, really like that. So these are the 5 principles, and I present them as a circle. I was fortunate, blessed enough to be part of a discussion about a year or 2 ago with some, what I call the brain trust of Brain Gym. We had Margaret Underwood from New Zealand. We had Julie Gunston from Victoria. We had the lovely Heather. We had Julie Johnson. So we had a number of people, faculty level. Then we had people who had been instructors, consultants for many years. And then we had a number of newbies, me being one of them. So the main thing, we were discussing how to present it in a 104 class, but one of the main principles we found out about was that they're presented in a linear fashion, but they're not actually linear. It's more a circular, and they interact with each other. You know, you can't just have one on its own, which we'll see as we continue on. So what I have done is I have made cards. So this is where it'll be a bit different this afternoon. I've made cards. So in a face-to-face lesson, and I have templates for these if anyone is interested in them. I'll give you some my details at the end, and I can share them with you. So what I have done is made little cards, because I was a primary school teacher for over 40 years, and when I do anything, I make little resources. So on the cards, they have the 5 principles, and then on the back, that's our movement one, there's just a little bit of an understanding of what each one is. So that's what these slides are now. So I'm just going to move our pictures over. So this is my summary. This is my understanding of what each principle represents. So you're free to read that at your own leisure. I'm not going to read it all out to you, but we all know the main point is we all have this inbuilt body of intelligence, and it doesn't matter what modality you work through, energy medicine, whatever. We all know that we have the gut instinct. We know exactly what we need. It may need to be drawn out at times, but we know what we need, as infants do when they explore through movement and play. So then when we're working with students, we always engage them at their level and we support them. And this can be children that we're working with. This can be students that we're teaching in a course. Everyone comes in with their own unique level of understanding and prior knowledge, and we take them on the journey from there. So that's our focus. And then we notice, so we learn what we actively experience. So when we did our noticing activity at the beginning, it was a rating activity. What do we really know about the 5 principles? So we self-observe, and we know how we do that. And when we work with a client, when we're doing the 5 steps of the balance process in a course, we might get that glean out from people what their prior knowledge is, getting them to understand where they are in the learning process. And then the main thing of Brain Gym is to move, and movement was our first teacher, and that was our learning. Our learning was our goal. So we offer, in the 104, we offer the movement to learn the skills. In the 101, we're teaching that movement is the main component to embed the change in our bodies, so that the brain and the body, the movement is what embeds it, and we take it away, just as the babies learn. And then we interconnect. So we encourage students to explore and learn from each other's explorations and discoveries. So we share what we know after we've created a balance or in a course when people are learning, we just say, talk to someone, even in a classroom, tell the person next to you what you've learned. And then we celebrate. The interconnection is a celebration. And then we connect. We're always connected to everyone. That's where our heart energy comes in. So just getting back to our next part, that's just a summary of the 5 principles. And then we introduce the 5-step learning process. So this is where we're matching up how the 5 principles actually underpin each of these. So finding your pace, setting a goal, choosing from the learning menu, do the post activities, and then we celebrate. So again, I made cards and these are square cards. And you may notice that everything is color-coded. Being a primary school teacher, I like to help people as much as I can. So these are similar. So a little card with the 5-step process or part of the balance process, and then a little bit about it. That probably looks back the front, does it, to you?
No.
Oh, it looks back to front to me, which is interesting, isn't it? Okay, so in a face-to-face course, I would give the 5 principle cards out first so people are able to discuss it. And then I give them their 5-step balance process cards, and the learning or the activity, which is the learning, is to match them up. So I'll just go through these slides. It's just you people are very experienced, more experienced than me. You know what each one is about. And then the post activities is the interaction. So what I'm going to attempt to do, which I trust will work, I'm just going to end the show so that comes out. I'm going to come out of screen share. Now, I'm going to attempt to put you in breakout rooms. I've done this in another program in education. I've never done it with real people, so I hope you don't get lost. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. So I'll put it into breakout rooms. And so what are you going to do? I have to tell you before you go in. So if you look at in your, and it doesn't matter if everyone hasn't got the 101 manual, I will trust that at least one person in the breakout room will have them. The 5-step learning process is in the 101 manual, and it starts on page 8, which is, I've put it on that sheet. So that's got your 5-step learning process on it. The idea is if you were here with me playing with your cards, you are going to match up the learning principle or one of the principles with the part of the balance process. Does that make sense? So you haven't got the cards, so you're just going to talk about it. And it doesn't matter if you don't go through them all. So what your aim is, on page 69 of the manual, it has the 5 principles. And it talks about the 5 principles, and that will help you guide your discussion. Okay, so I'll give you about 4 minutes. I'll make 4 breakout rooms, and I'll put you in pairs, and I'll give you about 4 minutes. If you get tired of talking to each other, it's too long, just come back. I think you can do that yourself. I'll see. But I'll put my phone on and I'll time it so I don't desert you. Is anyone unclear? Is everyone unclear, or is everyone clear? just going to have a discussion in basic words about how you think the 5 principles, what principle matches what part of the 5-step learning balance. Everyone okay? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to make 4 breakout rooms. 4. Yeah. Now I'm just going to let it assign. So it says 1 to 2. Yeah. Okay. So I'll create them. All right. Okay. Now I've got another screen that I've never seen before. Okay. Open all rooms.
Good.
Can you see that? No, you can't see that. So, oh,
Yes.
have I got you? So are you going into them? Oh, you're disappearing. Oh, good. I hope that's a good sign. Okay. Oh, Catherine, we're together. Hello. So you've got to click join. No, Catherine's within. Hitomi. So I'm going to go to, yes. So they've been given 60 seconds to come back. So this is a very interesting process for me, learning all about Zoom. Hopefully they're going to come back. Like Mary had a little lamb. Where are my lambs gone? So. Oh, here they come. Oh, goody, you came back.
We did, halfway through a word.
We all need more time.
I know. And in a face-to-face, you can do that. I can jump from one to the other room, I realised, but I didn't do that because I was talking to Hitomi. So what did you work out? Is someone not back? Catherine and Anne. Oh, here they come. I didn't know how long to give you, sorry.
That's okay. That's lovely. This is really good learning, the how to translate what we know to doing all these tricky things like breakout rooms. It's really good to learn about.
It's really fun. I said to Tommy, it's really good experimenting when you've got a live audience in front of you. So thank you for your patience. Yes, what did you find out? Well, who wants to share? This is the interconnecting part. Who found out something interesting? Anyone want to share?
We really just started getting into it. We needed more time. Yeah, we only got to drawing out, talking about that. And
Yeah.
trying to understand, I was just saying to Anne that for me, it's about understanding the terminology of the 5 principles against the 5 steps of a balance. So, I know the 5 steps really well.
Yes.
But language that Paul uses and his understanding of it. So, yeah.
And that's where, if you go to page 69 through 70, 71 in that 101 manual at your leisure, your time reading, it's a bit more, it's simplified. It's much easier. Well, I find it much easier to play with the cards.
Yes. I love your cards.
Yeah. I'll put a slide up at the end and show you. I've got some contact details. So if anyone wants a copy and wants to make their own little cards, I'll share that. So what did anyone else find out? I know you didn't have much time.
I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name of the person. I can't see her there, but that I was with.
Melissa.
Melissa. I felt like we had, I felt on the same page. We were talking about it. It felt like our understanding was meshing quite well. Yes, time was pressured, so we whipped through the stages of the balance quite quickly and could see how each of those related to and that interconnectedness, that when you're applying one, you're also if you're setting the goal, you are drawing out more information from them and they're noticing and there's a lot of that crossover going on all the way through, but we could see certain stages using that more. Like when you're doing the pre-activities, you're really starting to move to learn and notice how does that feel.
So there's always that interconnection. In the 5-step learning balance, you can say, oh, it's very linear, but the more you go into it, you think, well, hang on, it's not just doing the goal is not just your attention and focus, because you've got to notice and you've got to move. Well done. Excellent. Anyone else have anything to share?
Well, I had a very personal lesson, you could say. Heather helped me out in just the basic understanding, because I hadn't moved the information from one side of my head to the other, so that the step, find your pace, is what it is.
Yes. Yeah. And it can be very tricky, can't it? Like we all have that really linear understanding of the 5-step balance process, but then bringing in another level or layer of the principle and then applying it. Yeah. So even during, like if you were given longer, maybe getting back into pace and or just sipping water and just to get everything. Yeah.
I'll just mute myself now. Thank you.
A little noise in the background. Okay, so Hitomi and I were going through the principles. Hitomi came in a little bit late and she wasn't aware of the principles, so I just went through a little bit with her. So what would you say now, Hitomi? Would you like to share any of your understanding of the principle and the 5-step learning balance? I've put you on the spot.
I understand that before doing this activity, I just memorized what the 5 steps are, but now I understand each step has background and each step is connected with each other. So now I understand why this is important, the brain gym activity. Thank you.
The 5 principles, Okay, so I'll go back to the PowerPoint. So I'll screen share. And we're up to, so that's just a little picture of my cards, which is amazing. I was trying to make a little video of how to use them, but it didn't work. It was too big and I couldn't. That was this morning, like about an hour before we were starting. So it was not really good timing to be trying to add another slide. So that's what they're like. And well, they're not like that. They'll come to you, they'll come to you like this. And then I just cut them out and sort of stuck them back to back and contact them or laminate them or however you like to do it. And then you've got a little set of cards that you can share with people. They're my contact details. So if you want to jot those down, and if you want to, that's my email address, I can send you. So I've got all these as a PDF, so I can send them to you to make up your cards. Before I was doing practicum, I knew how many people were there, so I think I made 4 sets. It took me forever. So if I was a kind person, I would probably make them up and send them to people, but I haven't got that much time. So 4 sets was plenty for a group, because if you've got a 101 class and you've got 8 students, then you only need 4 sets. So so I will send.
Trish, could you read your email, because I've only got a small screen?
Oh, okay. So it's T for Tango, R for Romeo, C for Charlie, 131 at bigpond.com.
Thank you.
That's all right. My mobile's 0417 627 550.
Thank you.
Probably should make that a bit bigger if I ever do this again. Okay.
And if you lose it, she's on the Brain Gym Australia website.
I am. How exciting.
Of course.
How exciting. So, so the main thing that I think we all end up discovering is that the 5 principles, it's all interchangeable. That's why I really think Paul in his book, he has not numbered them. Depending on what you see, like in the 101 manual on page 69, they've actually numbered them, but it's fitting in with the 5-step balance process. So they're not linear. As we've worked out, they are all interconnected and they cross over. And so that's it. That's me done. Does anyone have any comments or?
Well done.
Oh, thank you. I did it Always do my best. Always just,
Oh, lovely.
that's what we're all about, isn't it? And it's such a safe environment presenting to our lovely people. Is everyone finished with that screen? I'll get rid of that now. I'll close. I'll stop screen sharing. Lovely. Once you see your faces. Yeah. So that's basically it. I won't take up too much more of your time. I will.
Just really good to deepen those fundamentals before you go on and learn so much stuff that you can get overwhelmed by all the different things we can do, and it's good to come back and
Yes.
deepen that connection between those principles and that 5-step process.
Yeah. And Paul's just always, and I've learned this from Julie Gunston, you just come from your heart. Not just, you come from your heart. It underpins absolutely everything. And I find that comes through in the 5 principles. It's all about the people. It's all about connecting students. So what I attempted to do, you might want to go back and look at this. We didn't rate. How are we rating? We go back and our past activity. How are we rating our understanding of the 5 principles and the 5-step learning process? Has it changed a little bit? Yeah, good. It's just whatever you notice. And it's something I come back to it all the time and just revisit it. So, yeah. And then we celebrate. We can high five on Zoom, high five. If we were together, we could blow bubbles or play with a balloon or whatever, but that'll do. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone, coming and for your patience.
Heather, thanks for sharing and the link. And Trish, thank you for presenting this. It's lovely.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trish.
People.
I've recorded it, as you know, so I might stop recording it now. And